Reggie Miller. Okay, first quarter is coming up.
The 1998 NBA playoffs. Today, it's the Indiana Pacers versus the Chicago Bulls. What the deal? Yes, sir.
Come on, man, let's step it up now.
Gotta get out of the way quick. Don't let him come in and raise the basket. Come on, there.
What's on with it?
It took them each about 90 games to get here, but the Bulls and the Pacers have arrived at what has seemed likely for several months now, a confrontation in the Eastern Conference Finals. And we welcome you to Game 1, along with Isaiah Thomas and Doug Collins. I'm Bob Costas. Well, when it's...
And a forced shot that time by Eddie Jones. Under 2.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and the Jazz with their first...
Williams Polo. Serious coverage.
This week's 24/7 comes from the home of Hollywood, Los Angeles, and our main presentation today is the East and the West, the NBA Conference Finals. There's all that action, and we've got these usual 24/7 goodies too. Mr. Scoop Jackson gives out some NBA love to the Defensive Player of the Year, Atlanta's Dikembe Mutombo. We bring you the two red-hot series from the East and the West. Over in the West, can Shaq Diesel and his high-flying Lakers crush Utah's dreams of making it back to the NBA Finals? And in the East, Indiana are hungry for a championship ring, but first they have to get past Mike and reigning NBA champion Chicago. Utah did it, and so did LA. In Hoopology, Dave Lewis checks out the clubs that packed their bags and relocated. We compare two of the best rookie drafts in the history of the NBA, the class of '84 versus the class of '96. In Soup, we get to chew the fat with Indiana's Reggie Miller and check out some b-ball graffiti. But first, it's over to Salt Lake City to the Western Conference Final as Shaq and the LA Lakers battle it out with Karl Malone and Utah Jazz.
The Western Conference Finals got off to a jazzy start. Utah crushed the Lakers in Game 1 by 35 points. On Monday, the Lakers were looking to their big man to even the series, and in the first quarter, it was all Shaq food.
Inside of Shaq, underneath, double pump, slam dunk.
The Lakers continued their poor shooting from Game 1, and the Jazz took control on the fast break.
Stock down the court, right side angle. To Foster, go to the hoop, lay it up and in. Stock knocks it away, Stockton's got it. Stockton on the run, left side of the what a pass.
Kobe Bryant came off the bench to give the Lakers the lead, and then he flushed one down right before the half.
Oh, look out! Right on Cowboy, Kobe Bryant. What a play!
In the third quarter, John Stockton went to work. He scored 22 points to keep the Jazz in the game.
And Stockton left to right, pull out. Double pump, leap and lean, underhand scoop. What a shot, John Stockton!
Shaq played like a ghost in Game 1. In this game, he was a monster. He popped in 31 points. And Steady Eddie Jones made the shot of the game as the Lakers were looking ready to tie the series. But hold on, don't count the Jazz out yet. The Lakers made a few mistakes, and Utah got their act together to go on a wild run.
Hornacek driving, hang it up and in. We're tied at 69. Cross court to Chris Morris. Chris fake left, trying to go right, spin. Leap and lean, shot high on the glass, good. The Jazz take the lead.
In the fourth quarter, the Lakers started to bumble and crumble under the pressure.
Out left to Brian Russell. Brian down the right side, bounces low to Shannon. He's got it. Score it. Great pass by Russell. 10-4 run for the Jazz. The mailman raises. Off-balance shot. Go. The Jazz go the other way. 4-1. Shaq is back. Underneath to the mailman. Hammered up. Stockton back to the mailman. Base left. 18-footer. Good. A big hoop. Stockton to below.
Antoine Carr's jump shot sealed the win for Utah. The Jazz take the game in a close shave and grab a 2-0 lead. Utah is in control.
NBA Draft. It's where all the teams get to look at the cream of the crop from college and high school basketball. For the last 50 years, the NBA has held the 1984 draft in high regard, considered the best draft ever. That's when royalty stepped into the league. The 1984 draft had Michael Jordan.
People who know this game best say that perhaps you're going to be a beautiful big guard.
I'm not looking forward to going in and trying to live up to everyone else's expectations. I just want to go in and contribute the best way I could.
Philadelphia 76ers select Charles Barkley of Auburn University. hope I can learn from Moses and Dr. J and all the great players we already have.
John Stockton.
Stockton for who?
And Akeem the Dream Olajuwon.
#1 draft choice of the Houston Rockets.
Down the middle, you go to Olajuwon. Akeem, slam dunk for two.
Between them, they've been in 9 championship finals, got 7 NBA championship rings. All have been elected on one of the dream teams, and all of them were on NBA's top 50 list. They may not be the same players that they once were, but no doubt, this class had juice.
Stockton, open three. Good! John Stockton!
Check this, though. There's a new crop of ballers in the league that got their eyes on the palace. 1996, Allen Iverson, Rookie of the Year.
And all I want to do is win.
Kobe Bryant, 1997 Slam Dunk champion, and possibly the next Jordan.
Every time I step on a basketball court, I'm going to put a strong effort out there on the floor.
Mini Jordan on that move, huh?
Stephon Marbury from Georgia Tech University.
Led Minnesota to the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Jitterbug dribble, drives to the glass, lays it in.
Antoine Walker, 1998 All-Star, bringing pride back to the Celtics.
What a play. That was a terrific play, wasn't it?
And Sharif Abdul-Rahim, the next Green, baby. Oh, I forgot. Ray Allen got game.
Douglas with a bullet pass to Ray Allen, shaking.
on the line! The 1996 draft is the greatest in NBA history. You bugging, right? I know what you're thinking. But they haven't done anything yet. Yo, trust me, when it's all said and done, the 1996 draft will be considered the greatest draft in NBA history. So you'll run tell your friends and all your basketball heads and think they know something about the game. 1996 draft, best ever. Better than 1984.
Take a look at the crossover. Mike said no. Allen said yes. The bucket, the crowd loves it.
They got a few more seasons to prove themselves. They still kind of wet behind the ears. Remember one thing, it took Michael Jordan 7 years to get that first ring.
We're down to 2, now to 1. Here's Jordan. Yes! It is all over.
The Chicago Bulls got off to a rip-roaring start in their series against the Indiana Pacers and took Game 1. On Tuesday, the Pacers were looking to get even in Game 2, and they got off to a quick start in the first quarter. The Bulls know that defense wins games, so they rolled up their sleeves and got down and dirty. They were really digging in.
Pippen with the long reach gets it away from Jackson. Slapped away by Jordan. And the Chicago Bulls putting on another defensive clinic.
In the second quarter, Jordan showed Indiana an array of in-your-face J's. But the Pacers had their jump shots working too, as they held the lead. Right before the half, the Bulls closed the gap to 7 points.
Here's Michael Jordan. His time up, now he hits it.
The Bulls started to click in the third quarter and took the lead. MJ kept jumping and points kept pumping into the basket. And Chicago got a big lift from their bench players.
Here's Kerr for 3 again, and this hit. Steve Kerr.
The Bulls took a 4-point lead going into the fourth quarter as Jordan stole the show with a nasty, funky dunk. And when Indy tried to take it right at the NBA champs, it was pointless. Chicago's defense was just too stingy.
Smith going strong, blocked by Scottie Pippen.
The key to the game was Scottie Pippen's defense on Mark Jackson. The other key was Jordan.
Michael Jordan with a big turnaround, 37 points.
The Bulls were up by 5 when Action Jackson picked a pocket and found some money. Reggie Miller's three-pointer got Indy close. But a dose of MJ can make any team go away.
Michael Jordan with a fall away. Oh, what a shot by Michael Jordan. And that may be the exclamation point.
MJ finished with 41 points, and the Bulls take Game 2. They lead the Eastern Conference Finals 2-0. Man, they've got all the goods.
Mutombo! From Africa to London to the Atlanta Project, defending champ of rejects.
Mutombo, who wags that finger, don't come in here.
Hit the deck. The Atlanta Hawks winning the title with Dikembe in the middle, place to bet. It gets you hemmed up from the floor up, make you hiccup. Oh, excuse me. I had to stop myself, yo. Catch my flow. Let me tell you about Dikembe Mutombo. See, he has the mentality and rationality to bring insanity.
Mutombo slams it.
But don't get mad at me, cause see, I ain't the one swatting your shot for fun, acting like a father.
and you just a stepson.
I think there's no toughest guys really in the league to guard.
So let's make a run for the title. Dikembe, my idol, because he waves his fingers at any shot that lingers in the air too long. Those that come weak, not strong, they don't belong.
The house of Mutombo is not even open for MJ.
If you don't prepare yourself physically and mentally, you're going to get destroyed.
I dunk on him with you. I thought you knew. Defensive Player of the Year, Mutombo got that too. But it ain't the shoes. It's his presence in the middle you can't forget. The Hawks with Dikembe winning the title, place the bet.
Forget about the BAFTAs. Instead, check out the big awards for the awesome players. Jack, the envelope, please. Like Scoop Jackson told you, the Atlanta Hawks' Dikembe Mutombo loves to block shots. That's why the NBA named him the Defensive Player of the Year. The Phoenix Suns' Danny Manning gave his team a big lift off the bench this season. That's why he was given the Sixth Man Award. The Indiana Pacers' Larry Bird grabbed the Coach of the Year award for guiding his team to a franchise record 58 wins in its first season.
Tim Duncan.
The San Antonio Spurs are pumped that their main man, Tim Duncan, won the Rookie of the Year award.
That's great defense by Tim Duncan. Took the three away from Mills. Then he gets up the floor and dunks it. The whole sequence is why this guy is your Rookie of the Year.
Come on, did you have to ask who won the MVP award?
Michael, what a move!
Michael will get it, fade. Look out! When he sticks that tongue out, that's not a good sign.
See, it gives you something different to look at every time.
Finish, Michael Jordan.
Jordan, crossover.
Slam.
Michael Jordan.
He makes the impossible look ordinary. That he exits just as he entered. The best there is.
Question, what do these clubs have in common? The Chicago Packers, Chicago Zephyrs, Baltimore Bullets, Washington Bullets, and the Washington Wizards. Answer? They're all the same team. Hey, even I've heard all the rumors that Wimbledon might move to Dublin. Well, that kind of stuff has been going down in the NBA for years. The reasons? Lucrative TV markets, a bigger fan base, or a change in ownership. Ever wonder how the Lakers got their name? Well, they started out in Minnesota, the state of 10,000 lakes where they won 5 championships. So why did they move? They were drawn by the riches of the West. LA has a larger population, which means more ticket sales and a bigger TV audience. That media coverage is why you've heard of the 6 championships that the Showtime Lakers have won. Meanwhile, the San Diego Clippers were already on the West Coast, but nobody seemed to care. They needed a jump start, so they headed up the coast to become the Los Angeles Clippers in the early 80s. They wanted a piece of that LA pie, but there were only crumbs left. They fought the Lakers for fans, but the wins were still rare, and that scared the fans away from the LA arena like it was the plague. Bad move. And down south, the New Orleans Jazz had troubles. Despite having the great Pistol Pete Maravich, they could not drag in the fans, and their huge stadium had no atmosphere. Then management traded away their first-round draft pick to the Lakers that wound up being legendary Magic Johnson. The good move was taking their act to Utah. In Salt Lake City, the fans were hungry for a professional team and were eager to pack the stands.
Try a dunk for the left hand, the mailman.
They bucked the odds to overcome a small TV market, and the money is still flowing like Puffy's rhyme.
There's the blur. Stockton, Malone.
Take the Washington Bullets. Please, just take them. They've gone through more changes than Michael Jackson. This year, they swapped courts and lost the negative Bullets tag. Now they're called the Wizards and have picked up some big PC points. In a time when TV companies spend billions of dollars on NBA games, the pressure to change still remains a fact of basketball life. Hey, I wonder if anybody can change my Knicks into a championship team. Now that would really be worth something. On Friday, the LA Lakers were down 2-0 in their series against Utah. And the stars were out in full force to see if Shaquille O'Neal had enough games to get their team back into the swing of things.
Here is Shaq. Great move inside.
In the second quarter, the Jazz bench came up big to take the lead. Howard Eisley was money, and Chris Morris was notorious with his three-point shots.
Here's Morris wide open, will go for the three and hit.
Hey, Jack, you should look worried because Stockton and Malone were killing LA with the pick and roll. And check out the special delivery.
And they got it off in time. I don't know how Karl Malone did it.
The Lakers had only one strategy that worked: get the ball to Big Shaq Daddy. He scored 39 points. The Lakers were getting close.
Jones for three, and he's got it. Eddie Jones brings the Lakers to within one.
In the second half, both teams were playing well. The Jazz took a swing at the basket, and then the Lakers abused it.
Oh, he missed the first one, and Ostertag got a great view of a spectacular slam. Now or never for the Lakers. Here's Anderson with a quick turnaround.
The Jazz bench was dominating the game. Led by Shandon Anderson, they outscored the Lakers subs 46-22. But somehow LA had the lead in the third quarter. The Lakers were feeling confident, but in the fourth quarter, everything went wrong for LA. Everything went right for Utah.
And the time starting to run out on the Lakers. Malone over Rory, and a big basket, as he's always done. And there's Brian Russell going back behind the line, and a dagger by Brian Russell. And there's Stocklong. There it is to Shandon Anderson, and he lays it in, foul by Fox. And the Utah Jazz can sense a 3-0 lead in this series.
The Lakers go down, and that left a bad taste in their mouths as they are losing 3-0 in the series. Hey, you can't blame this on Shaq.
Welcome to another edition of Soup, brought to you from the sun-drenched shores of California. And here in the west, the temperatures are also hotting up on the hardwood as we edge ever closer to those NBA finals. While over in the east, a man with his eyes firmly on a ring is Indiana's Reggie Miller. And just like Paul Daniels, Reggie knows that every second counts when it comes to finishing a game. And he's looking to weave his magic on Mike and the Bulls.
I always feel if there's time left on the clock and you're within reach, the game is never out of your sight.
Here's the turnaround. Here's the shot.
I'm going to pick one. It'd probably be the 8 points in 15 or 16 seconds here in Madison Square Garden. Just for the simple fact, people were exiting. Everyone thought the game was over. And like I said, if you're within reach, anything is possible.
Miller retreats to the three-point line and hits again.
Right now, we're setting ourselves up to win a championship, and I truly believe that.
Reggie Miller put a dagger in the hearts of New York fans once again this year with another dying second shot.
Miller, a wide-open three. It's good. It's good. Miller ties it.
Well, we have a veteran ball club. We understand that our window of opportunity is closing very rapidly, and if any time is going to be a great time to win a championship, it's going to be this year.
So while Mr. Miller is still in the thick of things, there are players such as Miami's Tim Hardaway and Alonzo Mourning and the Timberwolves' Kevin Garnett who have already finished for the summer. Never mind, though, they keep themselves busy starring in the Fun Police commercials, which is rapidly gaining TV cult status here in the US.
Trouble finding your seats? Yeah, Section A, row 1, seats 1 and 2. Yeah, your seats, they're all the way up there.
Need a little help?
Yeah,
This says section double Z, seat 381. You're courtside. Huh?
That's right, kids. Come on, courtside.
All the way up, keep going.
You're gonna need these, mister.
CEOs in the cheap seats, fans on the floor. On justice was served.
I think I could borrow these when you're done.
So poor old Donald Trump is having trouble seeing from the cheap seats. Well, perhaps he should take himself somewhere like, I don't know, Queens, New York City, where he could take in a game and an art exhibition at the same time. Virtually outlawed by the city, public basketball courts are one of the few legal places left for graffiti artists to do their thing, a fact that they're more than happy to take advantage of.
Hi, my name is Doña Andrea. I could take you to some beautiful ball courts. I mean, the artwork on the wall is just, will blow your mind. Graffiti is supposed to have been dead, and it's not. This is an international culture we're talking about. You figure out how big it is when you go online and you see graffiti from around the world, and you say, my God, this is huge.
So we don't get our name up in lights, but spray paint will do just fine. And if all this has got you in the mood to experience the sight and sounds of the NBA for yourself, then get along to London's Earls Court for the NBA Jam session. But you better be quick, because the last day is Tuesday, so get on down there.
The Indiana Pacers were staring at a 2-0 deficit against the Bulls. They needed a win on Saturday in Game 3 to get back into the series. Mark Action Jackson gave the Pacers a big boost in the first quarter. And Reggie Miller was showing his appreciation.
Miller hits the three out of the corner.
Scottie Pippen was shaking and baking to the rim for the Bulls with style.
Longley saves it to Pippen. It's a 3-on-1 with only Best back. And Pippen slams it in his face.
The Bulls took the lead as Michael Jordan was just starting to heat up in the second quarter. He was really spinning the turntables.
Michael spinning, shooting, and hitting.
Michael Jordan just overpowers really 4 Indiana Pacer defenders.
The Pacers were in the game for 2 reasons: defense and Antonio Davis.
Swatted away by Antonio Davis on the help. Here's Rose, dishing to Jackson.
Right before the half, Jackson was at it again.
Jackson racing to the bucket and hitting.
Chicago's Phil Jackson was feeling uneasy about his team's lead. Don't worry, Phil, you've got the best player on the planet shooting jump shots for you. And when Scottie is on, man, the Bulls are tough.
Pippen's open. Here's his three. And a big one.
The Bulls had a slim lead, and even Dennis Rodman got into the scoring act.
Rodman with a jumper. And what do you know?
And what do you know? The Pacers pulled even at the end of the quarter.
Rose for 3. That's what they had in mind.
In the fourth quarter, it was Reggie Miller time for the Pacers.
How about Miller? That'll do, won't it?
Late in the game, Miller gave Indiana a 6-point lead with a 3-pointer. Could the Pacers be celebrating too soon? What do you think, Reggie?
Miller for 3. That may have finished the Bulls.
Scottie Pippen wasn't ready to roll over.
Here's Pippen, wants a 3.
Coach Larry Bird was trying to figure out how to put away the Bulls by stopping MJ.
Short, Kerr swings it to Michael. That one's there, and it's a 1-point game with 23.7 seconds.
Reggie Miller's free throw sealed the win for Indiana. The Bulls still lead 2-1, but that sets up a big game 4 on Monday.
This was a big game for us, but you know, Monday is going to be monumental. They're going to come in here really wanting to get that one to go back 3-1, so we're going to have our hands full.
So in the Eastern Conference, Indiana has closed the gap. Over in the West, Utah leads the Lakers 3-0.
So here we go. Philadelphia beckons, and all the star faces that come with it for 1999's All-Star Game. And this is your last chance to win a dream ticket to the event, and what's more, pick up a serious hoop and ball affair as our weekly winner. It's also your last chance to pick up one of 3 runners-up prizes, including top drawer NBA Game Gear wardrobe, a Sony PlayStation with NBA Live 98, and a selection of NBA videos. Last week we asked you how many teams there were in the NBA, and the answer was 29, which the Chuckster could not be more delighted about. Congratulations to our winner and runners-up. So this week's final question is all about Mike. Here he is in plain clothes, but what number does Air Jordan play in? Is it A, 13, B, 23, or C, 33? So if you've got Mike's number, call us on our number, 0891 247 247 with your answer. And remember to ask for permission if it's not your phone. And for the final time, good luck to you. So that's it for this week's 24/7. Don't forget, next weekend we continue our coverage of the NBA Conference Finals, first on Raw on Saturday morning, and then again on 24/7. And we're also dishing out NBA love to Indiana's Reggie Miller. And we're looking at Soul in the Hole, the new streetball documentary being hailed as the new Hoop Dreams. See you next weekend.